Hi, this is Tom from Woodworking on a Budget, and here we are again a year later. I've been trying to come up with some idea for Carl and Alan's Christmas challenge, but I can't come up with anything, so I thought I'd just start gluing some segments together and start with a bowl. And so here's where we're going to start anyway. I've got some cherry glued up, and I already started a little white ash. I thought I'd make a big cookie jar with a lid and make this twofold, because in case you're out of cookies, you take the lid off, and I'm going to have an insert in here of a nativity scene, and I'm going to put the cradle on a musical, turns around, a musical box, I guess, and maybe a one LED star shining down from the stable. That way you get twofold out of it. Put it on as a decoration, or you can have it as a cookie jar. And I think I'm going to put some inserts in here on the side. I'm not sure yet. So that's my idea for this year, guys. So that's it. I'll be back when I start gluing up some more of these and as I go. Alright, thank you. Okay, I'm back. Basically after the opening of my video, all I've done is glued together some white ash rings, some cherry rings, and I cut a feature ring out of hard maple, and I bored some holes in the hard maple feature ring. It's about 2 3/4 inches tall, and I cut some 1/4 inch black walnut. I had some 1/4 inch black walnut thick, so I cut some circles and just put them in there. And I have what's called, I guess, a die cut machine. I make my own decals. So instead of scroll sawing, I decided to just, because I've got a ton of time in this already, I'm not too fast when it comes to molding these out. And, but I did make some silver and some gold decals. So that'll be my feature ring. I'm not too happy about the shape of my cookie jar. That's what we're going with still, is the cookie jar and then an insert in here with a nativity scene that can be taken out, and then I'll have a lid that you can use a cookie jar. Once I get this all bored out, it'll hold several cookies. I'm not going to do the inside with any finish at all because it's only maple and ash and there's no smell to it. So I'm going to leave it alone, and that way it'll be fine for cookies. And so I'm not putting any finish at all whatsoever in there. So that's what I've got so far. Now I'm going to finish hollowing this out now, and I'll make a lid. I think what I'll do is try to make a Christmas tree on the lathe for the lid handle. And then I'll go on and make my platform for my nativity scene. So that's what I've got so far after a week. It's not too great, but that's it. Okay, I'll be back. Thank you. Hi once again. This is Tom at Woodworking on a Budget. And I've got this far. Looks like actually something that belongs in the church, but it's my cookie jar. What are you going to do? My feature ring, I'm pretty happy with that. With my walnut and my decals that I made. I was going to put a tree, but I made 4 trees. They all broke. I'm not quite sure how to do that. So I made a snowman on the lathe. It's still wet, I hope. But there's plenty of room for cookies. No stain, so there won't be any smell going into the cookies or anything. I'm going to leave it bare because cherry and maple. It smells nice. It's not real strong. And then the lid. All cherry, white ash snowman, and these are obsidian rocks that I had bought from somewhere. So I'm going to call that done after, I don't know, about 60 hours. And I'm going to make a platform that sits down in here now, and with my nativity scene. So, boy, by the time I shrunk up, these aren't very big. For instance, here's Mary that I have to cut out, and this would be Joseph, and then this is as big as the manger gets, which will sit here. And I'm going to have a music box underneath this hidden that'll rotate. And a light, a 1 LED light on a switch for the star shining. So if they don't want to use a cookie jar, they can flip a switch and this thing should rotate around the nativity scene. Okay, so that's where we're at up until now. Make a heck of a cookie jar. I don't know. I kind of like it. It grows on you. The snowman's a little bit big, but so is this. So, hey, like I said, it should fit several cookies. It's kind of pretty. It's the best I can do. Okay, thanks guys. I'll be back when I make some attempt to cut these out and glue them on some kind of platform that's going to rotate. Alright, thank you. Bye. Hello again. This is Tom. Moved to a different room, trying to cut out these little figurines, the three wise men and whatnot. I don't know whose idea was this. To make my carousel type thing. So here's my figurines to prove that yes, I am actually cutting these little things out. I have a bad habit of working where I drop things, so here's where I'm assembling them. My wife's not enthralled. They landed on top of our stove. But this nice flat surface does make it nice. I got one king done, and there's the infant, and it's dark. And the cradle. Sorry, this. So, just to show you what I'm doing, that is all. I'll get all the figurines done, glue them down to the base, and then I'll be back to show you where I'm at. Okay, thank you. Hi, once again, this is Tom, and I finally finished up my project this morning for the 2017 Christmas contest. And here's my giant cookie jar. Like I said, I made a combination of a cookie jar or a decoration I made out of this. Still hold plenty of cookies. Got my inserts in here, which I've showed earlier. So that's the cookie jar. And if you want to make a decoration out of it, I built the nativity scene, like I said. That just sits in there. And for the star, just have an off and on switch. Works off 2 batteries, 3 volts. I ordered my LED special. They're only 3 volts. And they'll last for weeks off 2 little batteries. So you can turn that on or off. And the cradle is on a little music box, and it turns around. So just give it a whine. And is my light lit? Yeah. And that's about it. Okay, you got the idea. We don't want to listen to the whole song. So that's it. That's what I'm going to enter this year. So, and actually you could mount this, go down and buy a little sand pail, red pail, and put that on top of the pail and still use that for a decoration. And keep your cookie jar. So, that's it folks. Thank you Carl and Alan for all the hard work for this. And it's a little early, but Merry Christmas. Bye.